morning and welcome to the weekly Business Beat with me, Odette van der Haar. We talk about all things business, entrepreneurship, media and marketing during this segment. Today we'll be talking about the business of music. And with me via Skype is an up-and-coming young artist called Caleb Kalz. Good morning, Caleb.
Hey, Odette, how's it going? Thanks so much for having me on your show.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. How are you doing? How is lockdown treating you?
Not too bad, but I'm not going to lie, it's taken a bit of adjustment. You know, a lot of things have had to change, the creative process of things, the life process of things. So it's just been a learning curve, and I'm not going to say that everything is stable, but we're on a good foot.
So what have you been doing, Caleb, during the lockdown to promote your music, to stay relevant, and to build your brand as a musician?
So basically a whole lot of digital, because we know that right now everyone's on their phones, everyone's on some sort of digital device trying to get updated, trying to get entertained and distracted. So as an artist, my team and I have kind of been focused on making sure that we have a good stream of content that's consistent across social media, just to get the conversation going as far as the content that we're planning to release.
Are you sharing some of your music, or are you really just preparing, using this time for when you launch some of your new music?
So I find myself stuck between a rock and a hard place, because right before the lockdown, like a week before the lockdown, we shot my first music video, my first big budget music video. Luckily, we shot it about a week before the lockdown. But then as soon as the lockdown hit and social distancing became a hashtag, I couldn't connect with the video team, the production team, to get my final edits and my final cuts. So we had to restructure the way that we edited the content in-house. So right now we've literally been promoting this music video that's coming soon. We're just finalizing the edits, but this music video is coming soon and it's going to be amazing. So we're just focusing on that one specific song and video.
And as a musician, have you found that your income's been really significantly affected by the lockdown?
Definitely, 120%.
Okay.
Mainly for the people who don't know this, but in the music industry, there's a misconception that money is made from streams. So every time you go on Spotify or Apple Music, that's probably the least value channel for making money as an artist, because most of the money comes from live shows and merchandise. So if you can't go outside and perform and have a booking every other weekend where you're selling your merchandise, you're not really making that much money off your music.
And what advice would you give to an aspiring young musician who hopes to launch their career pretty much as you have?
I would say, young man or young girl, talent is nothing. Talent is nothing. I repeat, talent is nothing without the right connections, the right network, and the right mindset. You can be the most talented artist out there, but if you don't have the business understanding of how this industry works and the connections or the contacts that can introduce you to these gatekeepers, I'm sorry, but you're going to be running around in circles for a whole lot of time, and you're going to regret a lot of the sacrifices that may have been worth it if you had just been a bit more attentive.
Thank you, Caleb, for sharing your story and your words of advice to up-and-coming musicians. I'm so inspired by you because you are pushing. I know that personally. And I certainly hope that what we shared today will inspire other young and upcoming musicians to build their brand, to tackle the music empire and become the next generation of greats. Still talking about the business of music and the entertainment industry, we have a special treat with our next guest, Mr. Dharam Suraj, who is now the CEO of independent record label Bahani Entertainment. Durham has had 40 years of experience in the business and has worked with some of the latest, greatest, best artists South Africa has ever seen. It's going to be a wonderful treat for all upcoming musos to listen to what he has to say. Good morning, Durham, and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Odette, and good morning to all the viewers.
Durham, you've been in the business for over 40 years. You know the ins and outs of the music business. Tell us a little bit about what artists, especially young, upcoming artists, can do during this time to keep their brand relevant and to stay in touch with their audiences and their fans.
Yeah, for the music industry, it's one of the most difficult periods of life right now. And you know, with this lockdown makes it even more difficult for the industry. Upcoming artists, all I can say, be home, produce good music, write music, create songs, and each time that those songs will take off as well. All we've been doing is working quite hard, putting together content. And the key point is have good content out there.
Earlier, we spoke to an up-and-coming musician, and he mentioned that the business of music is often unknown to a young artist. What support can the labels give to young and upcoming artists in terms of helping them with the business acumen, with their PR, and a team that they can rely on, that they can depend on to help build their brand?
You know, unfortunately, I'm going to say this, even though I sit on boards of many of them, I mean, there is no proper help or education for artists.
Right.
And this industry is drying with a lack of experience because people now heading up and running industry don't even know what the business is all about. So, yeah, I mean, even government itself doesn't train or offer any help to this artist for them to really know the business of music, you know. And we lack it. We lack it. Artists are so excited to sign a contract or become an artist that by getting this deal, they forget what a proper deal is and how the numbers should work and how it should generate revenue for them.
What percentage of people who have the talent, who are spotted, make it big in South Africa?
You know, unfortunately, the good old days of being spotted and have the talent was the old days of the music business. Today, with a digital market, people are sitting at home and recording songs through computers and sending you great songs. But the biggest difficulty you have, we don't have radio support.
Right.
Airplay is always meant for the big artists. Nobody from a radio is prepared to help upcoming artists, and that needs to be addressed because, I mean, unless you have some money to pay in the back end, you will get airplay as well.
Right.
You know? Viola is another massive problem in this country for our artists. And I'm being very honest, as a little label, moving on, I've seen that in my business as well. You know, I sign up unknown brands trying to break them, but it's not the easiest thing because you don't have airplay.
How does a talented young individual break into this industry? What should they do? How do they contact somebody that can make it happen for them?
I mean, contact somebody. There is no somebody to contact. You know, there are very few well-known producers, great names. But right now, I know a lot of them are hungry and are ready to produce for you. It's almost the right time right now if you want production to start talking to big-name producers.
Right.
You know, I mean, right now, everybody's hungry to survive.
So this
And
is
they
the
will produce
opportunity.
a song for half the price. This is an opportunity.
Fantastic. So there's light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you so much, Durham, for sharing some of your wisdom from your 40 years of experience. I know that you've worked with some of the biggest names in the business, and we really appreciate that you took the time to be on the show with us today.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, as I would love to leave a legacy for our artists in this country. By helping them in every aspect of the business.
How wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So today we've spoken to a young artist who shared with us some of what he's doing, but I think the key takeouts today have been that you can, as a musician, use this lockdown time productively. You can use it to create content, you can use it to put your brand out on social media platforms and to create real engagement with your fans. You can use it to say something's coming. And most importantly, from our last discussion, this is the time. If you are a musician looking to make it big, producers are looking for talent, COVID lockdown has created an opportunity like nothing before. This is the time. So if you're a muso, make sure that you look up the right people and make contact now. Start your business empire. There's no time like the present.